Jury selection is underway this week in Brian Martin's capital murder trial, the man accused of killing Sheffield Police Sergeant Nick Risner back in 2021. A judge has ruled the jury pool in that case could include up to 400 people. That's a lot of people for one jury, and it raises a question. Why do judges use large jury pools? Is a pool this large normal for a case like this? We verify.
Sheffield community has suffered such a great loss with this. Nick was such a standout in the Sheffield community. He was the epitome of what community policing is.
Those words underscore the loss felt in Sheffield after Police Sergeant Nick Risner was killed in the line of duty back in 2021. Now, nearly 5 years later, the man accused in Risner's death is finally going to trial. Brian Martin is facing 3 counts of capital murder, along with multiple counts of attempted murder and weapons charges. As jury selection gets underway, a judge has ruled the jury pool in this case could include up to 400 people. That number has surprised many in the community who say they've never heard of a jury pool that large. So why do judges use large jury pools? Let's verify. Our sources are the Alabama Rules of Civil and Criminal Procedure and the Alabama Code. Here's what we found. In a typical trial, the court doesn't need hundreds of people to get a final jury. Under Rule 47 of the Alabama Rules of Civil Procedure, most trials only need a minimum of 24 qualified jurors on hand before attorneys even start striking names. From there, both sides trim that pool down to the 12 jurors required under Alabama's Constitution. But Martin's case isn't a typical trial. It's a capital murder case, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. A juror who says they could never vote for a death sentence or would automatically vote for one can be removed for cause. That process is known as, quote, death qualification, and it can eliminate a significant portion of potential jurors. On top of that, attorneys can strike jurors for bias or conflicts of interest, and considering this is a high-profile case, the court could expect even more potential jurors to have heard about the case or formed an opinion before ever stepping into the courtroom. But if the case is so well known, why not move it to a different county where fewer people know about it? Well, Martin's attorney asked the judge to move the trial out of Colbert County, arguing that years of media coverage would make it hard to seat an impartial jury. The judge denied that request, but it's one reason the pool was expanded instead. So we can verify that judges use large jury pools to find people who are considered qualified to decide a death penalty case, as well as to make sure there's enough people to choose from after removing people with bias. If you have something you want us to verify, text us at 256-382-2692.